Welcome back, and as we earlier said, we're going to be talking about the coronavirus. How is it affecting our lives in different industries, and especially tourism? Of course, coronavirus or COVID-19, a second wave, have prevailed all over Europe and the United States and some parts of the world. But still, thanks to God, Egypt is not recording too many cases. I mean, it looks to be doing relatively excellent compared to Europe and the United States. And talking about COVID-19, it should be affecting. I mean, traveling between countries, and of course, in turn, it is affecting tourism. Today, we're going to be talking about the tourism sector and the efforts exerted to take the precautionary measures and try to effect a working program that would cope and abide by the contemporary situation, which is the COVID-19 pandemic. And we're very delighted to be having with us here live in the studio Mr. Ahmed Nour, the tourism expert. Good morning, Mr. Ahmed.
Good morning, Dean.
Let's first talk about Egypt have recently announced the discovery of a collection of coins dating back to the Abbasid era in Fayoum. Could you please shed light on this discovery? Of course, this is not the only discovery. We wake up every day
yes.
to each and every type of discovery in a different place in Egypt. Today we talk about this particular discovery in Fayoum.
This is important discovery that we had already 2 days ago. One of the new discoveries, like you mentioned, each day we have a new discovery in a site in Egypt. But this is important because this belongs to Islamic period in Egypt, especially Abbasid period or Abbasid era, because they found about 28 coins made out of gold, belongs to the 9th and the 10th century. Some of these dinars or coins belongs to Al-Muqtadir and the other belongs to Al-Mu'tasim. We speak about the 9th and the 10th century. When we speak about Abbasid era, this is important because we are speaking about the beginning also of Islamic period, because we know that after Umayyads we have Abbasid Caliphate, and the capital was in Baghdad till 1258 when Baghdad fell in the hands of Tatars or Mongols. After that, they removed the capital of Islamic period to be in Cairo from 1261 and became the capital of the Islamic world till 1517. So this discovery is important in Deir el-Banat in Fayoum because we usually speak about the discoveries of the ancient or the Pharaonic period or another Greek-Roman period. But when we discover something like that in Fayoum, especially in this place that they discovered before some discoveries from the Greek-Roman period and the Coptic period, so this continue the history of this area of Fayoum and this area of Deir el-Banat. Because
actually we have prepared some photos that we have taken that is depicting this discovery. As soon as they're going to be playing them, if you would like to have the opportunity to comment over each and every photo concerning that particular. Fayoum is full of artifacts. Yes, this is one of the first photos
so when they
displayed.
Yes, when they started the excavation, this area of Deir el-Banat at Fayoum, this is cooperation between Egypt and Russia in this campaign. They found some dinars from the period, like we can see, of Al-Muqtadir from the 10th century, and they found 2 coins or 2 dinars also belongs to Al-Mu'tasim from the 9th century, made out of gold. We speak about 28 coins, and the other 5 pieces also of coins that they found there involved with linen and has stamp also of with some inscriptions that we don't know exactly the inscription of the stamp of the linen, but the coins itself belongs to this period of Al-Muqtadir and Al-Mu'tasim from the 9th and the 10th century. When we speak about Fayoum, and especially this place, they discovered before some of the monuments belongs to the Greek-Roman period. This is another picture of Saint Catherine, and we will speak later about this place. This discovery at Fayoum is so important because it will open also important place in this area of Fayoum, because when you speak about Fayoum, usually we speak about the Greek-Roman period. So when we speak about the discovery, we'll open also another part of history in this area of Fayoum.
So this discovery, in other words, you'd like to say that it's going to pave the way for another discovery, which is amazing.
This is a place that they already worked before from 2003, and they found some of the monuments belongs to the Greek-Roman period and the Coptic period. So when you discover another era, another period, belongs to the Abbasid period, this is the beginning of the Islamic period also in this place. And after that, you can find in another period like Mamluk period, Ayyubic period, and also
the area that they locate those artifacts or those monuments, then it would detect that there could be other followed discoveries later on.
Sure, that we'll find many other things, because when you make excavation, it seems like liar. So when you found Greek-Roman period down, maybe more down you will find from the Pharaonic period. After that, the Greek-Roman period. When you will ascend, you'll find the Coptic, the Islamic, and then the modern time. So when you cut the earth, you will see the first or the lower part is the ancient part, and after that you will continue. So they found in this excavation from the Greek-Roman period and from Coptic period, and they now started to find some coins from the Islamic period, and they will continue and hope that they will find other things, and this will add also a part of the history of Islamic period of this area of Deir el-Banat at Fayoum.
Right, because people who do not really haven't visited Egypt, probably they won't believe that every piece and part of a corner in Egypt is full of artifacts and monuments and treasures that are not discovered until this very moment. But the question is that it might cross their mind, or someone who might not have encountered that particular thing even for the first time, that the excavation at the beginning originally takes place according to historians who might doubt that there is monuments over here, or because of something that happened that would detect that there are lots of things, lots of monuments underneath the earth. How does it how does it start originally?
Usually when we start excavation, we start in a monument place. So when you dig in Saqqara, for example, you will dig in this area of the open book of history. So beside one of the famous and one of the ancient pyramids, the step pyramid of King Zoser at Saqqara, you are digging in a place that they didn't dig before. So you will be near to this area of tombs, pyramids, sure that you will find something around. Also, when we see another place untouched, you will find some pottery, pieces of like evidence, like it has like evidence that it has life, or it has in this place people who came, so they were making pottery to eat and to preserve some of their daily life things. So you'll find some of these pieces in a place. It will be evidence that it is something down. Also, when we'll change the color of the sand itself in a place, it means that they touched before and they made something here. In the same time, now we are using some or archaeologists and Egyptologists are using some scanners and some other machines that will help to see exactly, and also with satellite sometime in desert or another place, will indicate that there is something in this place. But usually before they used, for example, the stick to make like to know
The very famous
earth.
stick that was depicted in cartoon.
Yeah, so
And it seems that it works.
but they already used before to see or to hear that it is empty place down or no before of this
Right.
modern technology. And till now, the archaeologists and Egyptologists must see if you will see mud brick, if you will see remains of mud brick or pottery or any other things, you will it will help or to be evidence that it is something down in. So you will start to dig in this place.
But the process of digging itself, isn't it dangerous if you dig next to, I mean, you're talking about archaeological places like next to pyramids and next to important artifacts. Might it damage? I mean, if I dig at a certain depth, it would damage the other erected monuments close by?
No, it will never, because you will not dig like you are digging softly. So you will remove the sand,
the depth
and
itself.
you will make a corner that never will make effect for other monuments beside. Also, in the same place itself, if you find a shaft, it will be dangerous to enter or to go down. So you have to make all the safety, like to support with wood, to support the roof before you will go down, to
Because
protect the people who are working,
I mean,
also. And
scientifically speaking, digging is dangerous unless it is planned for.
yes, but you will use, like I mentioned, if you will dig in a place and you will find a shaft, for example. If you will go directly, it will be dangerous for the workers themselves. So you have to support. If it has a roof, you have to support. But if it will be dangerous for any construction beside,
Right,
never you will
for buildings,
continue to dig, and you can use another technology to see what will be down in this place.
It's amazing. It's like magic. I mean, you live on a land that is full of monuments, even in water, right?
Sure. Now we have in water, we have the monuments in Alexandria in front of the citadel of Qaid and the other places in Alexandria, and they found many of these monuments belongs to the Greek-Roman period under the water or in the Mediterranean Sea, and they thought to make a museum down, to leave all these monuments down and to make a museum, and you can go around to see whatever.
Wonderful idea.
It was idea to do, but still waiting to see it in true. So this is important, and this is like you mentioned, all the world will be watching today. We are waiting in few minutes and at Saqqara, who will declare a new discoveries at Saqqara. Maybe now they already prepared everything, and will be a new discovery at Saqqara that they will declare in a few minutes, inshallah.
With all these great things happening over here, I mean, it's priceless. I mean, other countries will pay unprecedented amount of money to be able to effect only one excavation on their land. And we wake up every day, in every corner, even 3 or 4 excavations in different places in Egypt. How can we try to boost this particular situation and the internal tourism in general, and keep up like that, and export it to the whole world, this image at its best, and make them see what's happening in Egypt?
We already making that. Ministry of Tourism invited in the last discovery more than 40 ambassadors represent 40 countries to see this discovery in the same moment, and also all the world will be watching, like you can see many of TV and channel, I don't like to mention the names, but they are watching in air in the same moment the discovery in all the world. So millions of people are watching this event today. The same thing.
In a few minutes.
In few minutes.
We're supposed to be announcing.
So exactly.
Do you expect that it's going to be huge?
Is huge. I already know that it is huge from colleagues who are working in excavation, but they must announce that with their self.
And let me ask you here, sometimes they announce and then they would discover that they need more time, or it's not the perfect place, or it's not what they are looking for. So in this case, today, what do we expect?
Today they are continuing the excavation in the same area that they already, you remember that 59 coffins with its original color.
Exactly, that was even 2 weeks before.
Yes, in the beginning
Prime
they
Minister
discovered.
also was with the Minister of Tourism.
Exactly. So in the beginning they found 13, after that 14 coffins, and they reached to 59.
59 coffins.
59 coffins with some statues, with
only
some
one country.
amulets, and today they already going on the excavation, and they found more things, because they found 3 shafts and they found more and more in this place. So it is a surprise also today that we are waiting, because they already found and they will find also more things like you mentioned, because you are going to discover and you are working, so you discover something, so
and
you
something
will
comes in
declare,
the way.
so you will continue, because we make square like some meter square to dig, and after you finish this square you will dig in the second square beside, in the third square. So in each place you already before the excavation you have to make plan for the place that you are going to dig. So the first square, for example, maybe they found some of this coffin. In the second place that they are continuing, they found another coffin till they reached to 59. But the place itself is that they already planned to dig didn't finish yet. So you are waiting for another discovery all the time till you will finish the place. And after you will finish the place, you will have another place beside to dig and to find more things. Fortunately that they found the place untouched. So this is the importance of the excavation in this area.
But let me ask you here, if we own 1/3 of the world monuments by everyday excavation like that, how do you expect Egypt after it, I mean, moving from 1/3 of the world monuments to what?
To be maybe more sure that this will add each day, and this will be more monuments represent also when you compare with all the world, it add and will change. I would like to say that we are living in the same place that the ancient Egyptians were living. So the Nile, the east bank of the Nile, and the west bank and the delta, from the south to the north. The ancient Egyptian people were living in this place. So if you dig in any other also place, you will find something. So they found 2 or 3 years ago the huge statue that they found in Cairo, where they were digging, and it was a part of a temple, statue of that they mentioned of Ramses II, and after that Bismatic. 3 years ago, when they were digging to do any other project, they will find something, because we are living exactly in the same place where the ancient Egyptian people were living also.
Right, Dr. or Mr. Ahmed Nouruddin, the tourism expert. I've really enjoyed this particular interview, feeling hopeful and awaiting a new prosperous excavation. Thank you so much for coming over to the Breakfast Show, and we're going to go. You're welcome. And we're going to go to a short break, and we'll come to continue the Breakfast Show, so stay with us.